Alrighty, YouTube. That's enough of me. And you know what? I think it's time for more me. Hello, hello, hello. Been a little while. Good to be back. That's right, I'm starting without the headphones this time. I've learned that headphones can often be an encumbrance, and yes, I'm going with that word today. But today, we're back. We're making some music. Woo! That ain't good. Today, I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty creatively charged. I'm looking at the banner that I have at the top of the screen, which I like, but I'm also looking at it and I'm like, I need to replace that. I think I can do a little bit better. Oof. That's right, as is tradition, we begin the stream with the tuning stream. What is up, mon frere? Told you, welcome back to the stream. Been so long since we've seen each other, isn't it? Let's see. You came right in time for the tuning stream. Ooh, lucky you. You know Lutz when it comes to these random fall, but kind of summer, but kind of fall nights, and with all that beautiful humidity. Now, if we had Thelonious out here, the Fjorbo, that wouldn't be a problem. Old Thelonious has a way of holding pitch through thick and thin. Ooh. In fact, you can see some of the work we're going to have to do. Check it out. A couple of those floating free. Hanging free, doing the thing. How's everybody this evening? Ooh. There we go. Alright. Coming in, coming in. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Oof. Doing all right, just chilling. I'm feeling very creatively charged, which is great. Still, you know, I've been playing string instruments for my entire life, and it never ceases to amaze me just how much they stretch. Exactly. Never ceases to amaze. There we go. Still struggling with fall, as it were. You know how it is. Sorry for the silence there, just... There it is, that's the issue. See, Rennie is in such a poor mood right now. I guess you could say that a lot of Lutz get seasonal depression. Woo-hoo. There we go. But as I was saying, I'm feeling very creatively charged. Like, I have so many videos that are currently under production, and I've finally spoken to my patrons and given myself a deadline. This Saturday, I'm dropping no less than 4, possibly 5 videos, depending on how we actually do it. Because I cannot stand, like, the creative rut that I was in. I've had enough with it, and I just need to give myself a deadline. Put the damn stuff out there. Another number of them will be the, what do you call them? Will be the sort of question, not Q&A, but like frequently asked questions. Here's a lute. What is it exactly? But I'm also going to try to have that first jaunt into shorts, because I feel like so much of lute music actually fits it so well, or even little snippets of it, as it were. So that's where we're at. Feeling good, but in the process getting completely infuriated with Windows. And no, I don't mean the open Windows. I mean Microsoft. I think Microsoft and I are finally going to part ways completely. And while I will be taking up residence in a Unix-based environment, it will not be Mac, because I have an axe to grind with Apple II. It'll be Linux. Thank God. Still in the tuning stream, aren't we? I don't like that. Ooh, there's one. There we go. Woof! But yes, all is well in the music realm, for we're still making music, still doing the thing. Oof. Tonight we are spelunking through further Scottish folk music, some English folk music, and perhaps some very specific folk music. Stay tuned, mon frere. Don't mind the beeping in the background. We have some curry just about to come off the stove. You see, a professional lutenist would do the thing and actually warm up properly before the stream, as you might expect. But this professional lutenist likes to warm up by cooking dinner first. Now, sometimes I get a chance to eat it, sometimes not, you know? But this time I think it'll be especially excellent. Sweet potatoes, curry, ooh, some turmeric. It's gonna be so good. Curry and lutes? Curry and currants. I like that. That'll happen sometimes. Here we go. Let's bring this back up so we can actually see a little bit of what we're doing, because having me just crouching over is not always such a thrilling sight. I wonder. Nope, that'll have me sort of swanning off in the direction. And you know what? I just realized something. This is one of the first streams where the background is not entirely a mess. Perhaps there shall be no, you know, today. We'll see. Let me see if I can bring this a little bit. Aha! He's a genius. This will not last with Dowland when we get to Dowland, and we will be getting to Dowland, but this luxury will be enjoyed as long as we have it. So, let's see. Tonight we're working with some more Scottish stuff, because I think the Scottish stuff will be a great start for the shorts. I'm curious as to everybody's thoughts when it comes to the actual other stuff, when we actually get to the shorts, like what kind of stuff you want to hear. Would you be interested in hearing just like entire but small pieces in the shorts, or also perhaps little snippets of other, like, for example, Can She Excuse? I don't know. I'm thinking both, because, a man must have iterative quote-unquote content, as much as I hate the term. Froze up? I'm so sorry. It looks like everything is good on my end, I think. Try giving it a refresh and see what happens. If it's still frozen, let me know, because I will, the last time I actually had to blow up the entire stream a few times. So if there are problems, let me know, because YouTube is extremely, how should we say, inconsistent when it's telling me whether or not something's wrong. But yeah, do you remember this piece? Yeah, I was just messing with this one, reacquainting myself with it, I think I want to say 2 weeks ago, and now it's already sounding so much better. Oh, good. Bloody hell. I have a scar here, and it's really bothering me. One of the things, if you're a musician, you must always care for your fingers, and I feel like I'm always getting into some kind of scrap or trouble. Yeah, I think both will be a really good idea. Iterative content. Oy. Yes, I fear we're going to be in a tuning stream for the rest of the evening. This was the Gabbot, followed by, yes, yet another Untituled song. Nah, what can I say? I'm a perfectionist with apparently a stutter this evening. Don't worry, not stroking out, not quite yet, but just doing the thing. So always let me know, feel free, and especially the sound. If the sound quality is ever off, that's the one I'm especially neurotic about, because it's always flying apart at the seams. But yeah, I think we'll go and play on a little bit longer down this sweet Scottish route, and basically use that to keep warming up Rennie here, because Rennie seems to be having more of none a few issues. But don't worry, my friend, we will absolutely get on to some requested music presently. I haven't forgotten you. That far yet, but I love it. It's got this light musette feel. forth. Gorgeous. You know, tonight is reminding me of that famous old aphorism put down by Sylvius Weiss himself. Did you ever hear it? In fact, I'll tell you anyway, just because it's just so true, and still remains true, and I teach to all of my students to this day. That a lutenist will spend 3/4 of his life tuning, and then he'll spend the remaining quarter playing out of tune. My God, is that so true. Fun fact, one of the reasons why the lute probably disappeared in the first place, actually. Well, that and extraordinarily snooty critics, much like Johannes Mattheson. But, we will not speak he who shall not be named, well, except we're going to name and shame him regularly, on a regular basis. That's a current that's actually quite rusty. You know what? I'm sure you can hear what's going on. You know what I completely forgot to do? Yes, that's right. Behold, there remains white upon his nails, on both of them. Forgive me, Capsberger, I have sinned. Yes, it's actually in Capsberger's treatise, or not his treatise, but it's in his first, no, it was Piccinini, in Piccinini's publication that he actually talks about nails. It's so hard to actually find too much discussion about them. But I have committed a terrible felony. Please do not tell my mentor, for he will hunt me down and gut me. That's not true. So let's see. I feel these ones may not be the perfect fit. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, let's see. I wonder. Maybe you'll recognize this one. Repeats are. That's right, a chance to redeem yourself. A little bit of Baroque. Does it hurt? I don't think it does. We absolutely are putting the cornyards in one of those shorts, because why not? You know what? It's also just repetitive enough. It might even serve as an excellent backing for certain videos that might be in certain production lines this evening. You have a good idea there. I'm not talking just to me. That was your idea. Don't look at me. Oh. Cool. Let me see if I can pull something up here, because I feel like just staring at just me is not always the point of all of my streams. I know that there are some of you out there in the audience who actually quite enjoy having something to look at. I'm wondering if I actually have any of that on here. Because I might not, actually, because my beloved external is in the other room, for certain reasons related to putting certain things on a giant wall to watch. Let's see, I think... Scores, what do we have? New. No. You know what? You might just be stuck with me. We have another shot. Let me see. What doth my library contain? Google Drive, fail me not. And of course, the library to which I'm referring is actually my a sort of digital library that I've been curating and I keep for my students. Let's see. Music und facsimiles. What have we? Daniel, Delay, Sazenet, Capsberger. Lots of Capsberger. He loves him some Capsberger. What should we play? Very well, very well. Let's see. I believe last time I had a couple requests. They were... Yes, I quite remember them. Good. But first... I'm going to play one more Scots tune just because I have to satisfy my ancestors, you understand. Yes, the classic. The classic, people, and this will be the classic of the entire page. There's just something so charming to these tunes. I just find them so terribly addictive, and that's exactly why we are going to win the YouTubes in the meantime. Out of here, though. We have finished with you, Rowan. Anyhow, hang on. Cheers. And to anybody just joining the stream, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are, as you can see, enjoying some Scotland forever, but we are also going to be hightailing it straight down south. Down to everybody's favorite, because there must needs be a Shakespearean account, and in this said account there is almost always, or at least in the public's mind eye these days, there's a combination of Greensleeves and Dowland more or less perennially. Now, I being the lucky lutenist that I am, I actually do have a semi-regular gig that actually appears once a year, down, or sometimes twice a year, down at the Lewis Library in Delaware. And naturally, it is Shakespearean, for it is a library. And they love their Dowland. Page turn, he did it! Yeah. Now that is a rockin' tune, and will absolutely be in the program. I still haven't quite formulated the entire thing, as I'm still somewhat in mourning for the former program that I had put together and proposed, but that one is absolutely in the program. And I do believe, Senor Toju, I must put at least one of your requests in their, in their list, and probably at least both Dream and Waltzing belong in there, frankly. I'm working my way up to there. I've got to build anticipation, don't I? But yes, they are almost certainly going in the program, because I believe at least one of them, I think at least Dream has some kind of Shakespearean component to it. I can't remember which one, but I've got a book here somewhere that tells me more or less all the relations. Cheers, thank you. Thank you. I have been missing my dearest flattery. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy it. That's why I'm here. But yeah, I think they both do, or at least thematically they can be worked that way. Now what I really want to do is to bring in some Daniel Batchelor or some John Daniel or something like that as well. Some of their solo stuff, if I can actually twist that to Shakespeare, because, you know, a man plays Dowland, but to paraphrase Groucho Marx, I like my cigar, but I take it out of my mouth once in a while. Totally gonna make a lute version of that. Let me see. How's this coming? Redeem ourselves, shall we? maybe it is. Because I could swear I've heard that natural before in some recordings. Interesting. She says it's not. Interesting. See, that's an interesting question. I really want to see if I can find the facsimile now, just so I can make my own call. Because I'm that kind of nerd. Now, I respect it. Of course. I mean, I'll probably wait, but of course I want. I must, sadly for the sake of entertainment, turn away sweet, wonderful curry, and I damn you all! I will have it later. I love you all, actually. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Cheers. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy it. Oh, drat. My glass has run empty. This will not do. Not of tea, but not of this. This may not be my elixir, but this is certainly something that will do for the meantime. There we go. Oof. You may consider me a Taoist sage with his elixir, you know? Except mine is usually tea. Can't speak to them. I've been called Iroh more than a few times. Yeah, that's true. Do you know, the first time I ever had mead, it was this hilarious, almost embarrassing moment. My friends and I think we're all just turning 21. We went to this place, and it was an amazing little bar. They brought out these lovely beers for my friends. I ordered the mead just because that's my style. And they bring out this adorable little glass, which looks like it just had a dollop of honey in it. And that was the mead. It was, you know, you read about it in all these tankards and all the books, but nope, it was just this adorable little high-class thing. And it was just a huge laugh. It was amazing. But my mead in the meantime is tea. Well, seltzer, I suppose. And by the way, welcome to one and all who are joining us. We're taking another whack at the dream. The Dowland Dream. Can you see what I did with the title there? Renaissance Dreams? No, I know. But honestly, Toju, since you know this one, I want you to commentate, if in particular with this one. I'll probably move on and give it another try, but I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are. Is all correct. That makes sense. But then, in the measure before it, it's got this whole... I'm just not sure. I am just not sure. I think it should be that. It's just weird to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just Dowland being Dowland with his modalities, and maybe my unfortunately modern ear corrupting the music in my head. Anyhow, 'tis but a dream. Now, I actually took a Shakespeare course, and I destroyed it. Perfect A's across the board. I knew all the things, but I'm forgetting all of my exact references. Maybe it'll be too much to take the Midsummer Night's Dream kind of approach with To Sleep Perchance to Dream. Perhaps. Because I'm wondering, there are a few things that are, and forgive me for stopping mid-music, but I just have these thoughts that I'd love to share. I can't quite tell how deep I want to go on the nerding, or how hard I want to go on the theming. I'm not sure it would be more effective. I feel like theming might be, because people won't know the difference most of the time, with one or two gems that are actual references. For example, I think it was in 12th Night that they called specifically for Ah Willow. Or was that the Othello? I forget. I forget all my musical references in there, which is terrible for a lutenist. It is our bread and butter. Anyhow, 50-50? Yeah, that's probably the right call. Yeah, that is probably the right call. Me, left to my own devices, I would nerd out as hard as I possibly could, and I'd be like, okay, let's take this one variation of this one thing and find every possible iteration and variation of it that possibly exists, and nobody would be impressed. Except maybe you or me. But, no, I think you're right. Go with a few of the crowd pleasers, for example. See, I can't even play the normal version anymore. I keep sort of hybridizing it, at least with Cutting's version in triple. Yep, I can't even remember how the original ends anymore. I'll figure it out one of these days. But the crowd pleasers always work. And, mind you, it's still fun to play. Always nice to have something easy to go to, but I sometimes just want to break out of the cage, you know? But if you have any suggestions to break out of the cage, I certainly will. We'll get to some Walsingham in just a minute, but I want to see if I can call to memory and call to fingers. Ah, Robin. Yep, that one's back to the drawing board, I believe. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's something I've been actually planning on doing for a long time. I just need to get off my butt and do it. Frankly, I think that's probably the best idea, just to start iterating and making some variations and shenaniganry a little bit more often. That's close, though. That is actually... Oh, he's making a mess. That's actually close to an idea. Let me see if I can actually pull up the sheet music for it somewhere, just so I can actually see what I'm working with, because that's right, my memory is so gone that I can't even play a single version of Greensleeves without mixing it up with another one. Oh, maybe I actually hit it big. Here we go. Yeah, you want to see something cool? Here we go. There was this one article that I bookmarked a long time ago, and just for reasons just like this, I actually managed to successfully save it, because it's so cool. Yeah, do your thing. It has been lovely having you, but you're always welcome to come on back anytime. I'll be here. Peace out, my friend. But to the rest of you who are trapped here with me yet, enjoy your stay. Check out this classic I think this is actually the original facsimile of Greensleeves, the first iteration we have. F. Right with the 2. Yeah, see, look at that. That sneaky little 2 hanging out right in there. Double it up. All right. Something like that. I think we're actually starting to get onto something. Told you there I had an excellent idea. Excellent idea indeed. And I think it's something we're definitely going to have to roll with in the near future. Now, let's see. Whither to shall we tend, my dear friends? Because I'm still pondering how to reconstruct this program, and we're still feeling something in the Dowlandish suite, because it's probably going to realistically have to be about half Dowland. As much as it makes me groan every now and then. This guy. Let's try something a little bit more complicated. Something to give me something of a workout. Folktunes. Mastered it. Yes, that's where he's running against the wall today, but this is one of the ones that I've always wanted to master, just to get up to the... It's always the one or two measures. Yeah. Yeah, wacky. Anyhow, that one I think will also go in the program once we've mastered it, which, yeah, I think we're also starting to see a nice high plate heaped full of things that we ought to master. Because, you know, I do dearly enjoy just playing through and screwing around like I am. But the real trick with an instrument like the lute is actually going through and properly mastering what's before you. Do I feel like doing it? Hell no. I love just messing around, and I could honestly just spend the rest of my life just kicking back, screwing around and playing. In fact, it's one of my favorite things to do with all this music, just to enjoy it. But there is something to mastery, which I do also find delightfully addicting. So soon, perhaps soon. Here we go. I had green sleeves up there the entire time, didn't I? Goddamn, I'm professional. Well, welcome to the stream, anybody who happens to be joining. You are most welcome to the most professional lutenist on YouTube. Well, you know, hopefully. But, yes. So, right now we're still messing around with some classic tunes, going through some English and motorcycles willing Scottish stuff as well. But, and also trying to reconstruct a program that once I had beautifully furnished for a library down in Delaware. But they since said, no, it must also still be Shakespearean, so doing the thing. Reconstructing it as best we can. And I may in fact register with them a complaint. Now, that's actually a musical pun because this is Dallon's complaint. Aren't I clever? from my window with just a hint of a complaint. Welcome back, Toju. Welcome back as always. Yes, you missed me complaining at the world so bitterly. So bitterly. As only I ever do. That's right, everybody. This was secretly still a tuning stream. Let's get this all fixed up. There we go. Excellent. Yes, much better. Toju, as I've been playing around and just messing around as casually as a lutenist can, you've actually given me some thoughts. I've been pondering the idea of just composing more and more variations all of my own, and you know what? I think you've an excellent idea. I think I need to make that even much more of a shtick than I do already, because currently I embellish and relish every melody as much as I possibly can, but I think you're right. A little more flavor, a little more spice will absolutely do the trick. Nylon or gut? Now that is a question for the ages, mon frere. Me, I actually could not decide, because I adore the loving, warm, and round sound that gut has. However, there is a slight problem with it. Gut doesn't project nearly quite half as well as I would like it to, particularly given all the flexibility of all the venues that I'm actually, was planning on attending, you understand. So I took the halfway for somebody who cannot possibly decide, and I chose Nile Gut, all save for the top string, which is nylon indeed, and the bottoms are otherwise copper wound for the lower octaves, because I am, in my mentor's words, a heretic. But, Yeah, exactly. To gut or not to gut, that is always the question. I am no coward. I have a Baroque violin that is fully gut strung, and my god is it harder to play than modern violin, but it is, you need to have guts to play gut. That's totally never been said before. Or perhaps as fortune would have it, I think we have the perfect combination for tonight. The poor lutenist, he still has no idea of how to count. Not a damn clue. That, in fact, I would hazard to say that is probably what trips me up more than anything. I look at the page, I see the flag, and I say, that has 3 flags. 2 flags? I can't remember which speed that were. And then I proceed to count 5 when there were 7. You know, musical things, I suppose. Thank you, my hat is off. Thank you. It is my pleasure that you enjoy. Cheers. Perhaps I will go enjoy a lovely brew just after this stream. You know, it's funny. I very rarely drink, actually, before I play. I've never even thought about that. I know some people who must perform slightly tipsy. I am not one of them. But, cheers, thank you. Of course. But I know some people who absolutely must perform slightly tipsy. In fact, I knew a guy back in undergrad, even in undergrad, what's that, before he was 21, would actually drink a shot of scotch before every concert he was in. A very interesting violinist, and who actually offered me about $10,000 on the spot for my violin at the time, but I said no. My violin is worth far more than that. Probably. But we didn't get it for more than that, but I think it is. But not me. I've always been too worried about my instruments. I've never wanted to put them in even the littlest amount of danger, because I'm clumsy enough. I'm sure you've seen by now, all of you. But I would rather not expose my lutes to myself in that kind of state. Let me see. What? You know what? I think it's about that time. Yeah, he was I don't really know how best to describe him. He was kind of a pile of arrogance and also insecurity at the same time. I think he went into finance, but he was a first violin, if that gives you any idea. I admire the guy in a lot of ways, but I also have something of an axe to grind with anybody who gets snippy with exactly what recording of Beethoven they have. But, you know, little things like that. And honestly, he loved to test me to see how often I could recognize a given composer or a given recording, and I think I lost patience with it over time. Let me see, where am I looking? There it is. Beg your pardon. The focus was gone, and so was the support from the stand. You know what's interesting? The stand is actually given out on me, but thus far the cats have not screwed with me. So my hat is off to them. Yeah, he was a very strange guy. Inspired me in a lot of ways, but also kind of drove me away in a lot of ways. I have no idea what happened to him since. But that's what I get for, trying to flee socials as much as I can, barring YouTube, of course. Who knows, maybe we'll have this turn into a whole roiling community one of these days. Full disclosure, I have not practiced Walsingham even a jot, because lots and lots of complicated reasons you probably don't want to hear, but it's on my radar. I know, I promised. I'm sorry, I'm just a jerk on the internet. But it is actually on my program, so I really do actually have to practice it. So I guarantee you keep coming back, you will absolutely hear it starting to come together. Because it's just got such a wonderful melody, and I know I can tie it into Shakespearean nonsense, because Walsingham and the time of Shakespeare makes sense. We're talking about spies and double agents, so why not? Woohoo! It's got such a weird set of shapes in the hand. That's enough torment for this evening. But I made good on my promise insofar as I brought it before you. But let me see. I do worry about how cold my curry is getting, but I do want to leave you with something rather excellent either way. And no, I will not be beating the old horse to death, not this evening. But I will bring something before you which will delight and hopefully please. Is that the one? No, it's not. We've already done you. Go away. I know you're all going to get used to this little ASMR stream, essentially. Motorcycles willing. We need the air. Let's see. Allow me to indulge for just a moment, and I will see what I can do. Actually, I'm going to do something very secret for just a moment. It requires headphones. Oh god, that sounded god-awful. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Oh, gonna need a second. Needs a second. Yes, we exist. We exist with a relative minimum of technical difficulties. Yee, hang on. Hang on. Working on it. Working on it. And we're back. Don't mind that. Utter garbage fire. That'll happen sometimes. So, I did do a lot of research on the Cameo France, and I insist on getting the pronunciation wrong repeatedly. And I'm working on a surprise. Yes, thank you. I'm working on a surprise with that, actually. Because I saw some quote-unquote remasters of it, and I was like, it's something. But I feel like it needs some better treatment. And you know what? I must admit to you, I must doff my cap to you, Toju. I don't have a good version. I haven't come up with something that feels satisfying on just the lute. Perhaps that's a hint as to something that's coming. No? Alright, that's fine. Well, I feel like it actually needs a fuller treatment, and considering I'm actually going into full production mode and am dropping 4 odd videos this weekend, like, I think you can expect to see something a little bit more grandiose with it sooner rather than later, because it's just so fantastic, and it's way more iconic than I realized. But I think I've told you before, I don't have a damn clue about anything popular because I was raised under a rock with everything early music. But that's a good guess. Oh, welcome from Washington, D.C. You're most welcome to the stream. Hopefully I'll be able to stay on for just a little bit longer to entertain. But yes, as I was saying, it'll be much more than just duet. It's going to be some numberette. I don't know how many instruments I'm going to finish putting into it, but I think it's going to be a lot more fun, because just so all of you here know, I fully intend to crown myself king of bardcore within the next year, because, you know, much in the style of William the Bastard, I will be Theodore the Bastard and absolutely grab that crown, shove it on my head. But we need a little bit more music actually put out into the interwebs. Now, as I said, 4 odd videos are coming out this weekend. We've got at least 3 or 4 that are going to be in question related, so people can actually figure out what the hell this damn instrument is, because I'm sure there are people who want to know. And perhaps a few of those shorts, but I'm finally going to put out some Legend of Zelda nonsense, because we need to get back to the covering, because the covering is the monies. And I think, told you, you've given me more inspiration than you give yourself credit for, so you can expect something nice and big for the, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation again, came me over to France, or something like that. But yes, welcome Korinsu, you are always welcome to the stream. We will be here mostly regularly. Let's see. Unfortunately, as I was telling the stream, you came here at a strange time, because I actually have some lovely curry that has been cooling for the last hour, and I want to go eat because I'm hungry. But I'll be happy to give you some music in the meantime. And by all means, feel free to check out the rest of the stream, and there will be more of me to come, and possibly more than me to come this coming Wednesday. It's a mystery stream. Stay tuned. You can always find out more on Patreon and all that nonsense. Seriously. Yeah, that is probably the easier way to do it. I like it. I like having a challenge, and failing a challenge is always fun. But let me give you something beautiful to listen to, Korinsu, because I can't be keeping you waiting all this time while I just go blathering. Something that will almost certainly be on the program, as it were. Bonus points to anybody who can actually identify that one. Bonus points. Ah, cheers. So glad you enjoy it. That's entirely the purpose of why I'm here, because people seem to enjoy my music. No, I joke. It's what I do, and it's what I love, and I'm so glad you guys love it as well. Thank you. A very late dinner today? Oh, you have my absolute sympathies. Today has been quite the long day, but you know what? I think we're bringing it to a satisfying end with some nice warm Dowland, with some excellent codas, and I think with a lot of promise for the near future as well. So I'm excited. I hope you're all excited. Now, with that, as you know, I must get to that curry before I die. I think I can feel the hunger headache coming on. But otherwise, drop by on Wednesday. I'll be here. We've got some mystery music coming for you. I think you're going to enjoy it. And yeah, aside from that, I think you know the deal. All the announcements are going out on Patreon. Basically, people are going to see a lot of stuff going out there sooner. I would love to have you can't even speak. I would love to have your support over there because, you know, pandemic times are tough for musicians, but either way, I'm even just happy to have the company, so do come on down. I'll be here Wednesday, almost always Mondays, Wednesdays, looking to potentially add more things, and I'll be doing some kind of live stream hangout as well, probably after I air a lot of the videos, because I like company, and why the hell not? So, I'll take suggestions for things like that, but otherwise, hit me up in the Discord. All the links are down below. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out. Have a wonderful evening. If you haven't already had dinner, get to it, please, for your own sake. In the meantime, I will get to mine. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's been so great having you all here. So in the meantime, y'all, have a wonderful evening. Hope you've enjoyed. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.